everyone, welcome to a new tutorial video.
Today I'm going to show you how to service your brake rotors. For the last 2 years I rode with Shimano XT IceTech rotors and I'm pretty satisfied with the braking power. But when do you know you have to change your rotors? Just measure the thickness. If it's smaller than the recommended thickness that is written on the rotor, it's time to look for a replacement. At some spots you can see the aluminium core of the IceTech rotor. The aluminium core is there to help cooling the disc and not transmit braking forces. So don't continue riding if you see the aluminium core.
So using a torque 25, unscrew the discs. So little unboxing of the new discs. So what do you get? So I ordered two 203mm Shimano IceTech rotors. So there you can see the new beast. So the thickness is 2 millimeters. So we have a 2 millimeter disc when it's new, and you can wear it down to 1.5 recommended thickness. So there you can see the difference between a worn out rotor and a brand new one. So you can see the color and the texture of the metal is not the same.
Let's mount them on the wheel. When mounting the support plates, make sure that the little groove is facing upwards. Its function is to apply a force on the screw, to make sure it always stays there. The rotor came with brand new screws. Use them to make sure that you have some Loctite on it. Place all 6 screws by hand to make sure you don't damage the threads. Before you tighten the screws, you will notice that the disc has some lateral play. Make sure that the disc is pushed in a clockwise direction before tightening the screws, to make sure that the rotor isn't moving when you brake hard. I would recommend to tighten the screws in a cross pattern.
So now we're going to change the brake mount of this Canyon Stripe. On the Canyon Stripe CF you have a 180mm direct mount for your rear brake. We are now upgrading to a 203mm rotor. So we're going to install an adapter.
A link to the adapter is in the description. Make sure that the arrow is pointed to the front of your bike. The adapter comes with longer screws and adjustment washers. Make sure to place them under the head of the screw to prevent any bending. Do not completely tighten the screws yet. You still must be able to slide your caliper to the left and right. Let's install the brake pads. Now carefully mount your rear wheel. Now you can hear that the disc is touching the brake pads. So now let's start the fine adjustments. Make sure that your caliper can move to the side. To center the caliper on the disc, we're gonna push on our rear brake and tighten the screws at the same time. This will push the brake pads to the disc and center the caliper. In some cases this will not solve the problem. You will still have to manually adjust the caliper to the disc. Repeat this procedure until you don't hear any noise from the brake rotor. There you have it, a fresh pair of brake rotors for your new bike season. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any recommendations, just write them in the comments. Cheers and see you for the next one.